Who gets to decide what beautiful looks like or what beauty is? And the question is, why do so many women feel like they're not enough? I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a good day myself. It's a beautiful spring evening. Yes, the weather was like really nice today, I'm not gonna lie. The sun was, it was really nice. It felt nice. But in today's video, I would like to get into a topic that I think I've slightly touched on before, but today I want us to dive deeper into it. And I want to touch on the beauty standards today in today's world, the unending or the continuous beauty standards that are being thrown into our faces in today's generation or in today's world. Before we continue, I would like to touch a few beauty standards that I am aware of or that I know of. And first of all, when it comes to the body, we see that in today's world or today's generation, for a person to be seen as like beautiful, they have to have a slim but curvy. They have to be slim but curvy. They have to have a small waist, flat stomach, but larger hips and butt. And this figure is often known as the hourglass figure. So basically the person is not supposed to be too skinny or too big. And when it comes to the facial features, the person has to have clear, smooth skin, like no acne. Like I'm telling you, like no acne. The face has to be clear as water. And they'll have to have full lips and high cheekbones. Sometimes a small nose, because I've seen people even in my culture, like they usually get made fun of because they have a bigger nose, because my background is African, and so I have seen in my communities people they're being talked about or like they're being made fun of because they have a bigger or like a round nose. And when it comes to the hair, it has to be long, thick hair, like yes. And also when it comes to the presentation or like the grooming, especially for women, like it's been made or like it's made to believe that a woman's body is supposed to be hairless, like shaved legs, underarms, etc. Yes, so these are like, for me, just looking up all this, it's a bit too much. And this is the standard for today, or when I looked into it, this is the standard for today. You gotta have all these things to be considered beautiful. But one thing that I want to mention, the first thing that I want to mention is that some of these standards are like very unrealistic, because it's not everybody that has everything that I just mentioned. Not everyone has everything that I mentioned here. When we are born or when we were created, we grow up with like different bodies, different facial features. Some people are tall, others are short. Some people have the hourglass figure and others do not. But does that insinuate that we're not beautiful? Or like if you don't have the hourglass skin, you're not beautiful? The answer is no. Because one thing that I realize is that these beauty standards, they are actually constantly changing. They are constantly changing, and one thing that I want to remind you is that these beauty standards, were created, and they can be broken. You don't have to have everything that I just mentioned in order to be considered beautiful. No, that's just what society has made people to believe, that you have to be like this. You gotta have the hourglass skin to be beautiful, but no, ma'am, you do not. You are beautiful just the way you are. Also, I wanna say this: your worth does not depend on whether you fit into the society's beauty standards. No, it doesn't. Your worth doesn't come from people telling you, oh, you have that, you have this, you have the hourglass skin, then your worth is now higher. No, ma'am, your worth does not come from that. Also, you are beautiful already. Fat, skinny, tall, short, long hair, short hair, because we all have different hair types, from the white women to black women. Everybody's hair is different. Everybody's skin or body is different. So never feel pressured. Never feel like you have to fit into these standards to be beautiful or to have worth or value. No, you're already beautiful. I think there was a point at time when yeah, I was too much on the internet, and I just kept seeing, oh, a woman is supposed to be like this to be beautiful. This is what's seen as beautiful. And I started comparing myself, and I started feeling bad about myself. So sometimes it's not about what you feel like you don't have. I think the comparison comes when you start looking out there, looking into the society and what society calls beautiful. When you start comparing yourself to the idea or to the society's idea of beauty, then you start feeling bad about yourself. But I'll continue to remind you that you are already beautiful. And I think what's funny is that beauty standards, they never stay the same. From the 1990s to now, like, beauty standards have been changing. They continue to change, and they will continue to change. And so we don't know, like, in maybe 2030 or 2040, we don't know what the new standard is going to be like. So are you sure you want to continue to chase these standards? Are you sure are you sure you're going to be able to meet every standard, every single standard? I don't think so. So I just want to tell you that you should accept yourself. Of course, you are already beautiful the way that you are. These standards, some of them, I'll tell you, they're not always real. We have people, like, people can edit things. They edit themselves. They edit to the point where they seem like they don't have acne, or you know they try to get the perfect angle, like, for their pictures, and some of these are not real. So accept yourself, please. You are already beautiful. Never allow anybody to let you down. Your worth is not always about what you present on the outside, but just being you, just being alive. you know your life is what holds value. You could have all these standards, but then you end up dying. Like, well, that would be like the end of it. Your worth does not come from how you look, or like how people make you feel, or if they make you feel less beautiful. No, 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 no. Your worth is just you as the person. Your worth comes from just being you. Yes, I'm not gonna go too much into this, but I hope you're gonna be able to break those standards. If society is not gonna break them in your life. Just remind yourself that you are beautiful. You don't have to look like Samantha to be seen as beautiful just because she has an hourglass body. We come in different forms. We come in different bodies, different skin tones, different facial features, and we're all beautiful in our own way. I'll see you later. Bye.